Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Frozen with Outdoor Adventures, and thank you for joining me. Today we're talking all about backpacking food. My backpacking food, what I specifically bring for higher mileage days, in the range of 18 to 25 miles is what I feel comfortable with this setup. Now right off the bat, we're looking at over 3,000 calories, and we're looking at just over 2 pounds for each of those 3,000 calories. Now I'm a person that doesn't look at food other than that it just gives me energy. So eating these same things every day with, a little bit of things substituted in and out don't really bother me. But if you have a problem with it, the best thing you can do is find food that you're gonna enjoy eating, because the whole point of having those backpacking food items in your pack is to eat them so you can actually acquire the calories and use them throughout the day. And if you're not eating them, what's the point of bringing them? So take that with a grain of salt, and let's dive into what I would bring on a typical backpacking trip. Let's go to the table. We're gonna go right from breakfast all the way down to dinner and everything in between. Now, if you see anything that you maybe have an allergy to, like perhaps peanuts, or you see something like Lara bars or something, maybe you're sick of Lara bars. I know for me, I can't even look at a Cliff Bar anymore because I've had too many of them on my through hike that I kind of throw up in my mouth a little bit. So if something's causing you to just have an adverse reaction to, or you don't want to eat it, you need to find something that you enjoy, because if it's not ending up in your body, it's pointless to bring. So that's the big takeaway here. Now, everything here is simple. Got all this stuff at Walmart. So let's start with oatmeal. I have Quaker instant oatmeal. This has a little bit of sugar in it, but it tastes good in the morning. It's something that I enjoy, and I always have the worst tasting coffee I could possibly have with it. For whatever reason, I like just the cheap, crappy coffee on the trail. And I've tried the expensive stuff, the Alpine Start, the Starbucks Via, and I always come back to this Nescafe Taster's Choice, Taster's Nasty, whatever you want to call it, and it does the job for me. It has a little bit of caffeine, it wakes me up in the morning. So I will eat right out of these oatmeal packets. You can fill this up with near boiling water right to this little fill line right here that's real convenient, which is why I like the Quaker brand. I don't know if any other brands do this, but this is real simple, so you don't have to dirty your pot with basically cement as you go throughout your hiking trip. So 2 packets of oatmeal, which ends up being about 220 calories. Now, if you don't like oatmeal, you can also substitute these great breakfast essentials. And these are around the same calories, maybe a little less, and I just mix this with cold water and put my coffee into it. Also works well with hot water if you like the hot breakfast in the morning. Now, moving down to lunch, and then I'll come back to all the snacks that we're having in between. I will either alternate a ramen noodle with some kind of tuna creations or chicken creations, or maybe even mashed potatoes in it just to get the calories in there. Or what I've been doing, especially when it's raining, is I enjoy a whole grain bagel with a little bit of peanut butter to go. And what that pretty much equals out to is about 260 calories for the bagel, and then add the peanut butter to go for another 250 calories. And that works really well for a quick lunch. If it's not raining, I typically opt for ramen and just add some, like I said, mashed potatoes or some protein, chicken creations, tuna creations, whatever you want to add. For dinner, I've been really still enjoying the Knorr rice sides. Now you can also do the pasta sides. Most of those you kind of need milk for. You can find one every now and then that you can stand without milk and just use water, but these rice sides typically just need water, and these work out great. There's 2.5 servings in here at 240 calories per serving, which ends up to be a massive 600 calorie meal. Now, if I want to add more calories to this, what I'll do is I'll add some random Idahoan dry, instant potatoes. These come in random different flavors, and a 1/4 cup of this. There's 4 servings in here at 110 calories per serving. 440 calories just in this bag, just to add to whatever you may be eating. Now, eventually you're gonna get tired of the same flavors. So what I've actually been doing, and to add more protein, again, I add some buffalo tuna creations in here, and it is absolutely delicious with that. They also have like, I don't know, teriyaki or barbecue or a whole bunch of other different flavors that you can add for chicken and tuna creations. Now, going down to my snacks throughout the day, the big staple here is gonna be some mixed nuts. And I just like, for this one, I kind of alternate. I like almonds, I like peanuts, I like cashews. For this one, this is gonna be 800 calories just in this small bag. And this is 4 ounces of peanuts and a 1/4 cup, maybe like an ounce maybe, of raisins. And this works really good. Now, the way I eat this, because I don't necessarily enjoy this every single day, is I can't touch any of my other food until I eat at least half of this bag. So about 300 calories. So I'll eat 300 calories in the morning and 300 calories in the afternoon. And then I'll be able to dip into one of my favorite snacks on trail, is my mozzarella string cheese. Now, this is individually wrapped. They do say keep refrigerated, but I've never had a problem with the mozzarella string cheese growing bacteria or tasting disgusting, at least on a 3 to 4 day stretch of trail. Now, in hot weather, you might want to reconsider this and get some like hard cheese that you can just cut up with a little, little knife or a little pocket knife or something. But this works exceptionally well. It's really easy to eat, and there's really no stopping or no mess to clean up here. Moving down, this is something that I'm gonna be swapping out soon as my supply runs out. I just have like 2 more pounds of these things left. These are just Kind mini bars. They're just, again, some mixed nuts, and these are covered with a little bit of chocolate. Not the greatest thing in the world. Like I said, I just have a plethora of these, and I do need these to wear out at some point, but 2 of these are 160 calories just by themselves here. Moving down, I really enjoy Austin peanut butter crackers. These are just something I really look forward to the trail. I've had these on the entire AT. I used to have 2 of these per day, and these are like full of calories, 220 calories. They're a quick snack, and they just taste absolutely delicious. Again, I'm starting to get sick of these, but you can just get protein bars, any kind you want. If you want to move back to Cliff bars, I just can't stand them. Lara bars. Lara bars are good for protein. Just a little bit of protein in there, but they are about 220 calories as well. Then for just something fun, this really is only like a little bit of calories. It gets you some fruit servings, I guess, but just some Mott's fruit snacks, or if you like Welch's fruit snacks, they're a little bit more flavorful, but these are a lot cheaper. And those are just like, I don't know, 90 calories in one of these. Moving down to an additional serving of fruits, because I'm trying to get fruit on the trail. It's really hard to carry like actual produce on the trail, but freeze-dried fruit comes in multiple different brands. This is just a great value brand because I have a ton of these left over. 12 grams, 45 calories. It's a no-brainer. It gets you some little bit of fats, just a tiny bit of protein, some carbs. Not really anything to talk about. Now, Snickers. Snickers, man, if you need a boost, if you're just not feeling yourself, there's 250 calories in here. Now, I used to have 2 of these a day, and I would just crash from all the sugar. These are good for, low to mid 70s. Anything hotter than that, these will start melting, which is why I don't like chocolate in my trail mix. It just gets to be a big jumbled mess. But 250 calories. And I try to have this maybe right before I get to camp, so I crash at camp and not on my way to camp. Now, one of the huge things that I started to re-add to my system here is I got a little bottle from where I got this, lightsmith.com. He sells these little bottles, right? You can probably find these on Amazon too. But this is olive oil. And there's a ton of extra healthy fats and healthy calories in here. And I will add this to my ramen, to my breakfast essentials, to my oatmeal, to my Knorr sides, to my potatoes, anywhere that this makes sense. Maybe a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon, just a little squirt. Never had this leak on me at all. But this is just one of my staple items, along with the peanuts and raisins, or the mixed nuts and raisins, that just really improve my hike overall. So some basic info about this system. You're gonna have more of your protein after lunch, and your fats before lunch. You want a lot of fats and a lot of calories before lunch so you don't end up crashing through the day. Most of this stuff is long burning calories, especially the peanuts and the raisins. This is seriously the most important thing that I can eat, along with the peanut butter crackers, the oatmeal, the breakfast essentials, and then the rice sides, because there's some protein in here. You have 7 grams per serving, and you're having 2.5 servings per bag in these Knorr sides, so it's decent protein. Now, on top of this, if you have any longer mileage, or maybe you weigh a little bit more than me, or you're carrying more than maybe 12 pounds base weight, which is around kind of where my max range is, even kind of in the colder months, and you're gonna wanna up your calories. Maybe have 2 peanut butter crackers, or maybe have just a little bit bigger of a bag, added some extra string cheese, add some extra things, have a 3rd oatmeal packet, you know, maybe another half a bagel, double ramen, something like that. Speaking of which, the ramen comes with that sodium packet, the flavor packet. I only use half of that. And if I need more, I guess, salt in my diet or whatever, if I'm feeling like kind of my brain's disconnected, I will add more. But another important thing that's kind of not shown here is electrolytes, and don't skimp on the electrolytes. I used to bring this Mio caffeine and electrolytes, and it absolutely does not work. I would stick with a name brand, Noon tablets, Gatorade packets, some kind of actual sports replacement drink, you know, and those work out very, very well. Those are literally required if you're gonna be drinking a lot of water on the trail. So hopefully that helped guide you in the right direction on where you should go. I'm not saying this is the best stuff you can eat. There's obviously some missing pieces, some missing protein to this puzzle. Namely, a lot of people have beef jerky. It's just something that, for whatever reason, I don't really enjoy on the trail. I just find my jaw getting real tired from chewing on that beef jerky. Maybe I haven't found the right stuff. It's also really expensive, but it's really good for you to have that protein as well, and it helps, I think, build up your iron supplies too. So take, like I said, all this information with a grain of salt, adjust it to what you feel like eating, what you can tolerate day after day after day. For me, again, I just look at this as energy. Nothing particularly tastes good in here. Like, I don't like look forward to it like a steak dinner, but it's backpacking food. It helps me go from point A to point B without feeling like crap. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. If it was any help to you, click that thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, or if I have too much sugar, man, click that thumbs down button twice, maybe 4 times if it really hurts your feelings. And I'll see you on the trail, everybody. Have a great freaking day.